Welcome to a moving vlog and number 2. We're waiting back on a decision from the letting agency. In the meantime, we thought we would take a break from joy that is packing and go and try out a new place here in Dundee. It is Nigerian food. I've never had Nigerian food before, have you?
I don't think I have.
Not even in East London, even though there's like a lot of spots, but I feel like when we go to East London we just go to like our favourite places, or obviously like family. Anyway, my skin is doing the madness. I slept with like spot stickers on. I feel like my skin is like a visual representation of how we're all feeling right now. Inshallah it goes well, but yeah, let's see what happens. Filled up another charity bag. Gareth filled up a whole charity bag yesterday, which is great. Went through his whole wardrobe and managed to empty out a lot of stuff. So yeah, we're being productive. We're just like quite tense at the moment, and inshallah, when we get the good news, then we can feel like whew, and then we can start moving boxes and stuff. Still quite a lot to do, to be honest, and there's a lot of like family commitments going on right now as well, like family gatherings and stuff, and I'm kind of like, you know, the people pleaser in me is like, I want to attend, and then the realist is like, you don't have time, you do not have time to like be like showing up for all these family things. Oh, looks so good, thank you. We went to a bule tour.
Bule to what?
A bule tour.
No. A bule to what?
And we got one portion from there. Do you want to tell us what we got, okay? Since you ordered?
Jala fries.
It's all halal as well.
They say fries, but they mean like rice.
And then the meat is turkey. And then we've got plantain chips, which Wakara was like, what's plantain? And one of the ladies was like, oh, it's basically fried, it's like a banana. It's like a fried banana. Bismillah, let's start with the plantain. Yeah, you want a plantain?
Plantain. Plankton, is that from SpongeBob?
Sky so. Thoughts, opinions?
Like there.
By the way, guys, so I was talking earlier to Wakara about how he's a fake foodie. Because when we got married, he told me he's a foodie. But what would you guys define being a foodie as? I personally define being a foodie as someone who wants to try different cuisines and enjoys tasting like lots of different foods, not just has like 3 different cuisines that he loves or she loves and just sticks to that.
Try the jollof rice. Oh, nice. I might just get a portion of jollof fries, get my own chicken thigh. Boom, boom, boom.
That jollof rice is really nice. It's very spicy.
I like it, it's got a kick to it.
Very spicy. Okay.
Pass me some of that tortilla.
Turkey is gonna be a bit hard to cut. Like jollof rice with plantain, it will be sick because it's like spicy and sweet.
No, jollof fries with lemon and temperature. And
I'm surprised they don't do chicken.
they didn't have it today, but I'm sure they did have it on their Instagram.
On the Instagram, yeah. But it's really cool to see different types of places, like different cuisines, like different cultures opening up in Dundee.
Good thing I offered her cash, because when I went to the car, I was waiting to get a parking ticket.
Really?
Yeah, as soon as I walked out, I put it on, I was like, you admit, come on.
Well, I told him not to park on the double yellows, but this guy likes to live life on the edge, so what can you do? Anyway, that rice is really good, man. Really good.
You have to break it. It's put a bone. It's a bone.
That rice is seriously really good. I actually made palau yesterday, and I was like very nostalgic because it's like the last palau that I'm ever going to make in this house. But I'm not gonna lie, I used too much oil. And Wakara's like very kind now about my cooking. Like before, she would just be quite like straight up and blunt, and I'd get very offended. And do you know what? It's because it takes so long to cook. Cooking takes so long. So then when someone's not like overly enthusiastic about your food, why did I even bother? But he was very kind about it. But I personally was not a big fan of my palau yesterday. Assalamu alaikum everyone. So it's currently Monday the 7th of August. It's been quite a while since I've last picked up the camera, but I actually did have a whole week's worth of footage, us getting the keys. I filmed an empty apartment tour, just carried on with the whole packing process. And then unfortunately I had a shoot last week, and I ended up accidentally formatting the memory card with all my footage on it. So yeah, it was honestly though guys, it's been the most stressful 2 weeks of my life without a doubt. Like this was more stressful than getting married, this was more stressful than the first move to Scotland. it was honestly such a stressful week. I think I completely underestimated the actual like manpower, effort, energy and everything else that it would take to downsize from a 5-bedroom house into a 3-bedroom apartment. There was many breakdowns, many tears, but alhamdulillah, it's Monday now. We've officially moved out. We've moved out of the house. I'm so glad. Like, it was emotional yesterday to say goodbye and like do like one last check of every room and everything like that, but at the same time I'm just so relieved to just now be in the flat. Now I'm very gutted that you guys are not going to be able to see the flat all new and shiny, and instead you're going to see it looking the worst it will ever look, because there's literally boxes and boxes and boxes in every room. And I was thinking, like, should I just set up the whole flat first and then show these guys? But no, like, that's literally not the point of like a realistic moving vlog anyway. So I'm going to show you guys as much as I can. Now obviously that the room I'm in now, which has got so much lovely natural light, I'm so happy, and I love the view from this room. Obviously it'd be silly to show you guys the view, right? Like, that's just like health and safety, privacy, everything like that. Until we get the voile curtains, I will not be showing you this room properly. But yeah, this is our lounge room. It gets such lovely sunlight in here, and then I've also like set up, I'll show you guys, like it's still a big mess, but I'll show you, I'll walk you through. We switched the water off because we were putting our old washing machine in, getting rid of the original washing machine here, because our washing machine has a dry function as well, which will be very useful, especially in the winter time. Yeah, it's currently around 6 o'clock. We've only met one of our neighbours who are opposite. They seem really nice. I've seen another couple who live in this building. It's quite a big building. It's the biggest building we've stayed in so far. Yeah, we're back in an apartment again. Not gonna lie, never thought this day would come. Like, I genuinely thought that when we moved out the last one, that was gonna be it. But alhamdulillah, I was saying in the first moving vlog, this location is just so ideal. I've not even had a chance to go out and go for a walk yet. I don't think I will until I feel more settled here, because I feel like when your surroundings are like insanity, that reflects inside of my brain as well. So I won't be able to really enjoy relaxing, which sounds a bit silly, until I've sorted it. But my father-in-law, like, oh boy, he's so sweet. So in the middle of the move last week, he surprised me by picking me up, and I think it was like the second day that we were still moving things in here, and I had such a bad backache the night before and I was so tired, and he basically took me to a lady who the family have known for lots and lots of years. You need to look after yourself, and you're not going to do it yourself. I know you're never going to put yourself in a massage, so I put one in for you and a pedicure. So sweet. But the lady is so sweet, and so, like, she honestly made me feel so comfortable and was so lovely and accommodating. I am going to get up now and show you guys the apartment. Obviously, just bear in mind that it is the biggest mess you're ever going to see it in, hopefully. And obviously nothing is where it needs to be, and there's still a lot to do. But now that we're here, now that the moving part is done, like, I genuinely don't mind this part at all. In fact, I enjoy this part because it's a good time to like really reorganize, to make sure everything has a home. The only like nice thing about downsizing is that I feel like it's much easier to stay organized at the beginning. Whereas I think like next time, inshallah, for our final move, inshallah, our final move, I'm gonna be so strategic with the layout of our forever home. I enjoy settling into places. I don't know about you guys, let me know, especially if you guys have moved multiple times like I have. Which part do you enjoy and which part do you not enjoy? I just hate packing up. I hate decluttering. A lot of the times in the past, when I moved from my parents' house, obviously I could leave things there and come back in dribs and drabs. When we moved from my in-laws' house to our first apartment in Dundee, again, we could leave things there. We left a lot of stuff in the attic, didn't need to bring them over to the apartment, so it was fine. And then when my in-laws moved out of that house, they had the same situation where they only had to move their immediate like important things, and then slowly in dribs and drabs they took the rest of their things. Whereas this is the first time I think any of us like have had this experience where we've had to like clear out our whole house, and it is honestly body shattering. Like the massage, by the way, that was my first ever massage. I've never had a massage before. I've always thought I'm way too ticklish for massages. It's not for me, not my cup of tea. It literally knocked off months and months of stress, and she was like, oh, you're really tight in your arms, and you're really I can feel it all in your neck and your shoulders. And I was like, yeah. I was like, please just fix me. I'm so shattered. But honestly, what a lovely treat. He's such a sweet person to do that, honestly. Like, I don't want to get emotional, but very, very sweet. Anyway, we actually got a really lovely box from the letting agency. I had vlogged this, but, you know, unfortunately, all that footage got deleted. So I thought it was really sweet that they gave us a box. By the fact of renting, oh, excuse this, one of the business cards that I'd made when I first started. So they gave us a card. I thought that was so cute. Congratulations on your new home. And it's just written to us and from the team. Look, we've got crisps, we've got a Pepsi Max, my favourite drink. Obviously this is haram, we're going to get rid of that. You don't want to have that, obviously. And then yeah, just like some little mini things. I've also had a big issue where I had 46 gigabytes of data. I get 100 gigs a month, right? And I have 46 left. I know I did. And then bizarrely, within 4 hours, it is all gone. For them the next day, we can't add any more data on, like we can't give you free data. We have to wait till your bill's created, then we can see what's happened. We're gonna have to keep buying data. And I was like, I think I spent £9 or something stupid on like 1 gigabyte. And he was like, but you will get that back when you call us, don't worry. I had like no internet for like 3 or 4 days. Obviously when Wakara's come, I've been able to hotspot from him when he's not been at work. But it's been really strange. It's really, really strange. I think in a way it's been good because I've been able to be less distracted, because this is the other thing, when I move into a new place, and like I said, the 5th time we've moved now, like my brain is going 1,000 miles an hour, and I'm like, right, I want to get this, and I want to get this, and I need to buy this, and there's things you really need, and then there's things that's like, oh, this would be really good here, or I could really do with this. So like for example, like this room, we've brought our lovely orange sofa here, which I was ready to let go of, and the guy was like, no, like this sofa's coming with us. He's like, in our forever home, inshallah, we will obviously get like brand new sofas and take our time with choosing them, but there's nothing wrong with the sofa, so I was like, okay, fine. So because this is quite a strong colour, it's definitely going to be the focal point of the room, the sort of like standout thing in the room. I am determined that the rest of the furniture in here is going to be white or like a light wood colour, and I really want to get a lovely big rug that obviously get like the voile curtains in here. So I'll show you what I can. Like I said, please excuse the mess. I brought my table along with me, which you guys might remember from our old flat that we had as a dining table. My goal here and my aim here is to get a desk that has got drawers underneath or drawers on the sides, and my lovely desk chair. I love this chair, it's so comfy. You guys might remember I had this unit and I used to have it in my beauty room, so I decided to put this in the living room because there's no like inbuilt bookcases here, and I decided to switch up the way I had my books. So originally I had like a row of notebooks and then every single book I owned in rainbow form, which did look cool, and I've kind of started to like colour theme it as well. But when I decided that I wanted to put this unit in here, I was like, I definitely want to have it more functional, because as I was packing up my books, I felt so guilty that there were so many books that I even forgot that I had just because they were in this like lovely rainbow formation. But actually having them in groups is much more sensible. So these are like all my notebooks, and these are notebooks like from a long time ago. Some of them, like I think that's my 2016 journal, some of my first ever bullet journal. I have a lot of memories in these, so I just don't want to let them go. And then these are like the darker ones at the back over here, like it's from my first diaries when I was a student teacher. And we've got like a few little Quranic things here. I've got Kursi here from the old house, and then I've got my Tajweed Quran Park right at the top here. And then this shelf here is like my Islamic shelf, so I definitely have some books missing. Like all my green books are not here. There's definitely a like group of books that are going to be uncovered at some point. And I've got my Quran journal here. This is like my Islamic studying book where I sit down, just like listen to specific like YouTube lectures and make notes. So all of that's there. And then this is what Wakara was gifted by one of his friends. I like that like we've got a mix of things, so it's not like super feminine, because obviously when this was in my beauty room, it was super feminine. I had like all my bangles and all that sort of stuff in there. Yeah, at the moment these are like the fiction books that I've got. A lot, I'm sure I have more, but I don't have too many. And to be honest, this isn't a fiction book, but this is in Tokyo's book. And then these are like 3 story books that I've got. And then I brought from Audi the Harry Potter, Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets illustrated versions, which are so beautiful. I cannot wait to collect them all, if there is more. I think there's a couple more left. Right, then I've just got my file holder here, which is such a perfect space. I love how it fitted perfectly there. It's just good to know where all the important documents are. And then in this section here, it's basically like the non-fiction books that are helpful. And then this is the magazine that I'm actually in. I'm in this magazine, so I'm never ever going to get rid of it. At the bottom here, I've got my recipe books, which I really need to reach for more. And then these are like the bigger books here, journals, colouring books, that sort of thing. And then at the moment this is empty, but I will definitely, and there's definitely more books. I know I have more books. They just need to be unpacked at this point. Our plan is basically to put the TV over here on one of those swivel stands so we can move it around. But that's for now. I've just popped my Bali Dreamcatcher up here and this really lovely print that my lovely Sharoon got for us made from our wedding. But I do want, like if we're going to put the TV here, I definitely want to do a photo picture gallery wall somewhere. I have this lovely hanging plant which can finally hang. I mean, it's kind of precariously hanging in there, like just by... This is our room. It's a really nice sized room, as you can see. I'll start from the front of the apartment. Obviously I was in that room, so I started talking about that one there. We've got a nice little entranceway here. This is already built in, 4 coats, and then we've got a little key area here. As you go through here, we've got another light here. Then we've also got this corner here,
which is nice. I'm thinking of getting a shoe cabinet. So like hopefully I'm gonna measure this up, and I found one online that's around £60–70, and it's got like a little mirror at the bottom, and it holds about 16 pairs of shoes, which is ideal for us. Quite large actually, this space. And then obviously the radiator is there as well, and I might potentially put a mirror over here just to open the space up a bit more, add a bit more light, because basically this side of the whole flat is inward facing, so you've got no natural light there, whereas like this side, which is all the bedrooms and the living room, has all got their own windows, which is great. So anyway, we're going to move across over here into the bedroom. This is what we call bedroom number 3, even though it's the first bedroom, and this is pretty much going to be a storage room. It's going to be where I do my exercise. You can see my rebounder over there. Got a lot of things to sort out here. What I love about this flat is that we actually have a lot of decent storage just built in, because we only own one wardrobe, and it's a very, very ridiculously large, heavy real wood wardrobe, which is very hard to like lug about. We are just gonna be making as much use as possible of this space. My plan is to like hang up all our other coats and jackets there, and then here I've already started putting my abayas here and my jackets and like my fancy shoes. Some of my fancy clothes are gonna go up there in the boxes. Can't show you too much, but you guys might be able to tell there's like a really gorgeous round window here. I've moved this unit into this room for now. This room is definitely like the most chaotic, and it's going to be pretty much mostly our storage room / like my exercise room. I will film in as well sometimes, but probably the room that's going to be the last one to get sort of sorted or done, because it's the least of our priorities at the moment. Then we've got the part where I let people in, the heating thing, and then we have a storage cupboard. Two things that annoy me about this is, number one, there is no light. I definitely feel like a storage cupboard should have light. And secondly, I can't believe that so many people have stayed here and no one has thought to put shelves up, because it's such a waste of a space without a shelf. Like, I've got a lot of stuff to put in here, as you can see. These shelves were from the old tenant, which the landlord does not want, so we're going to get rid of those. But yeah, I've got like a box of odds and ends. I've got my dryer things. I've got my like clove rail thing here. And then we have the kitchen. So, whoa, you can see the chaos. Let's turn the lights on. This kitchen is pretty outdated, however, it's not the worst kitchen that I've ever seen in my life. I do not love the fact that the doors are magnolia coloured. They could have given us a nice white kitchen, but it's fine, it's fine. This is the most amount of stuff that we've had to move, like I've said. Like, even when we first moved to our first flat, we brought stuff over bit by bit, and then even though we moved from Milton Keynes to Dundee, the kitchen was always quite empty, and it was like a non-chaotic room to move into. Whereas this time I was like, why would I buy everything brand new? Like, when we have so much stuff, it would be so silly to do that. I was like, no, we need to take it over as much as we can. And one of the things that we definitely brought, which I already mentioned, is we brought our washing machine, which does need a wipe because we'll kind of just put it in. But I'm really pleased that we have the washing machine and the dryer function, which is great. Now obviously we do have significantly less storage space in this kitchen, but it's okay. We are going to make do with what we've got and be sensible and smart. So for example, like this cupboard here, there's way too much shelf space in there, so I need to get a little like one of those in cupboard shelves. I need to measure that and then go to Dunham, B&M, all those shops, which you guys know I love to do. I've not done it in a while, and just get those so that when I'm organising, it's very sensible and smart to do that. We actually only have one small drawer in this kitchen. I was very, very spoiled with our last kitchen. We had so many drawers. We do have these ones, but they're bigger, and as you can see, I've already started filling this one up. So I've got oil and my paper things and stuff like that there, and then I've got my blender things here, all these things that you can see, which is all functional stuff. Then we have a door here to hide the fridge and freezer, which is a lot smaller than before, but again, it's okay. There's two of us. We just got very like spoiled and used to having so much space, but like this, it will be quite good, I think, to downsize, to get used to having less space, being more organised. We want to just change the way we are, because we've realised that we just can accumulate so much stuff, as you can see, and it's not good. We've got a gas hob, which is great, and then for this side, exactly the same. These are massive, and I'm not just going to start stacking up plates and stuff there. I'd rather just get like a little shelf and then have it properly organised. This corner one is good because it kind of like goes out to the side, so that's like going to be our larder cupboard. And I have purchased drawer liners, which I'm good today. I'm going to actually spend some time just measuring out the cupboards and then cutting them out before I start putting things in. We have, I'm really pleased to say, we have sourced a tabletop dishwasher. I know some people might be like, why are you guys getting a dishwasher? There's two of you. Listen, I don't like washing dishes anymore. I've got very used to it. Wakara's not going to wash dishes. He doesn't want to do it. Like, we've had this discussion before. I'm going to put that under the sink. So it's going to be underneath. It's not going to be as much of clutter on top. So I think there will have to be some things out anyway. Eventually, when my new desk comes, when I've decided on one, that table that was in the living room is going to go here. I'm going to keep the chairs here as well. So I would like us to try and eat here as much as possible. Wakara was like, I prefer eating like when it's like natural light. I don't know why. He's like, I just it's nice to have your food where there's there's a window, which I understand. I did bring my fancy tea set, some of my fancy brushes, and I have quite a few from a Pakistan trip. But yeah, I'm going to fit what I can up here. But yeah, kitchen is chaos. But right now, the next bedroom on this side, bedroom number 2. So this is our spare room / my beauty room. We have moved our bed that we had in the old place. It's a double bed into this room. We're currently sleeping on this bed, obviously without all the stuff in it. But we have decided to treat ourselves to a king size bed, which is very exciting. From my old office, I have brought this ladder shelf in here. Originally, I was thinking of like putting this bed that way, but then it would have been blocking the windowsill a little bit, which wouldn't have been too bad. This does make the most sense now that me and my wife configured it out together. So I've put this is pretty much all of my camera gear, my camera stuff here, my photography documents and batteries and cables and whatnot, and I've got my light there. I've got a little space here which I'm going to continue to organise, but for my tripods and things like that will go there. Then I've got my wonderful chest of drawers, which I honestly do not know what I would do without. Over here, originally Wakara had this on this side, but this morning I asked him to swap it over and it looks so much better. I'm happy. Then I've got my mirror over here, and again we've got a double wardrobe, which is just great. I love this. So in here, my shalwar kameez up here, and over there on that side is Wakara shalwar kameez, and then we've got space at the bottom and space at the top as well to utilise, which is good. Then we have got my dressing table, which hasn't changed at all. I definitely want to like get Wakara to pick this glass up and then give us a really good scrub. I am going to eventually unpack all of my like acrylic storage and stuff like that on here. A lovely natural light in here. We are going to get some nice voile curtains again to just have privacy, because there's like someone's balcony right there, so as soon as they've got their windows open they can see exactly what's going on in here, which we'd rather not have. And then I've got my blushing giraffe light, which is going to live up there. We're not going to drill it in the wall or anything. I was really in 2 minds on whether I was going to show it like this, but this is what it is. Like, this is what moving is, you know. It's never like a smooth process unless you're incredibly organised, which I'm not, and that's fine. I'm happy to admit that. So this room opposite here is the main bathroom, a decent sized sink and a decent sized mirror, and then this was already an inbuilt cabinet. Now look, listen, it's not my skincare storage cabinet, okay? It's just not, and it's not going to compare to it, but will it do the job for a year and a half, 2 years? Yes, it will. So this is what we've got here. Then we've got the bath here, and we've got a shower, and then obviously this is a toilet. This is my mother-in-law tongue plant, the snake plant, which is great. I have space there as well if I want to put another little caddy, but I'm going to think about what I want to put there. Toilet roll holder from before, and then just lots and lots of things to unpack and organise. And we do have some storage here as well, and I did bring from the house the little wooden storage box thing that I'm going to keep like all my bleaches and big sprays in as well, just to keep it on the side there, and it matches the theme of this room really nicely. So yeah, really happy with the bathroom. It's nice, it's decently modern. Okay, that's the living room, which you've already seen, and then this room is our main bedroom. This room is actually the smallest room that we've ever had, but alhamdulillah, like, it's got a lovely wardrobe space, probably I think double the size of the other 2 bedrooms. So many boxes, so much mess. It's got like pretty much all our English clothes in it that can be hung up. And we've got our bedside tables here, just so much stuff to unpack. Woo! And then we brought this chest of drawers with us from the house as well, because this has got all our like pyjamas and our t-shirts, all those sort of things in our smalls and bits and bobs and things like that. We're gonna just get our king size bed here, have bedside table there, and then there's gonna be space for that, and a little bit of space here to walk with, and that's it. Like, this room is literally just gonna be clothes and our bed, and we are totally fine with that because we have plenty of space in the rest of the flat, my office space and my filming space and all the rest of it. But yeah, it's just a weird shaped room. This room and the living room they're not regular quadrilaterals at all, but alhamdulillah, it will do the job for sure. And then we have an ensuite here. So sorry again, this is like still being unpacked, but yeah, this is the shower. I have a mirror here, hello, and then another mirror there. This is the ridiculously small sink, so that's why I'm not going to be doing the sink here and there. And then behind this door, behind our bedroom door, we're going to keep our dirty washing basket thing, and that's it. That is the whole flat tour. Whew.